This young lady got a question for the men. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like the video, leave a comment, and if you really want to show your boy some love, hit that hype button. It really helps me out with the algorithm and it is much appreciated.
I don't understand how men be on these apps saying they would never talk to a single mom, and single moms, nobody talks to single moms. But when you out and about at stores, men will approach you while you're with your children. Why do y'all approach women while they're with their children?
You serious? Y'all, please tell me this lady is joking and this is a skit, because I'm sitting here like,
what the hell kind of question is that?
And it's so crazy because you women are online every day talking about this, talking about that, but y'all not listening to what the men are saying. We've told y'all this a million times. Just because a man wants to sleep with you does not mean he wants to be with you. So if a man wants to take you to Pound Town, he doesn't care if you have a kid or not. Talking about why would a man approach me if I'm walking with my kid? Lady, if you're cute enough and got a banging body, a man would approach you if you were walking with an alligator. So that man ain't thinking about those kids, he's thinking about those cheeks.
Yeah, you damn right.
People will ask the question, why did the men or young men stop going to church? Well, this might play a part in it.
These young fellows now gonna ask the woman where you work at. What kind of money you make? I wish somebody would tell these brothers, you make the money. If your wife is working, you better hear me today. If your wife is working and helping you with your bills, that's a fringe benefit. Let me say it one more time. My wife will tell you she ain't never paid a car note, ain't never paid no insurance, ain't never paid no bills. I pay everything. That's why I walk heavy. My wife don't have to want for nothing. I don't take her money. She don't have to give me a dime. I'm gonna take care of my responsibility. And I bought her 4 brand spanking new cars off the floor, and she ain't paid one dime.
This whole thing is a problem with me. If I was a young man, I wouldn't want to sit up in church and listen to this either. And I know some of you are thinking, especially the women, what is wrong with what this man is saying? Well, there's a lot wrong with it. And let me break it down. In 2026, it is the fact that most families need a 2-income household to survive. But you're standing there talking like it's 1926. It is different, sir. Everybody can't do that. And this is coming from a man who wouldn't have any issue at all paying all the bills in my household if I was married. But what I would do and what people are doing is different. And number 2, you're doing something that I really hate to see men do. I pay all the bills. My wife don't have to worry about nothing. She ain't never had to pay a dime. I bought her 4 new cars and she ain't have to do, man, nobody trying to hear all that. There are gonna be some men in your audience who can't do that. Not because they're less of a man than you or anything like that. It is just way more expensive now than it was back then. A man back in the days working at a plant, that man could support 2 families, 8 kids, 5 dogs, 3 cats, a partridge and a pear tree, and the man will still have money left over. That same job in 2026, you'll be living paycheck to paycheck as a single man, not even with a family. So these men who are sitting in your audience, who are out there doing the best they can, and they hear you say that, you think that's gonna make them feel good? You think their wife who is sitting next to them is gonna go home and be happy about this? Or even worse, the husband didn't even make it to church, and now you're putting this battery in his wife's back, so now she comes home looking at him sideways. You think that's a good thing? When you men run around screaming that, y'all doing more damage to these relationships than anybody else, because y'all know a lot of these women, not saying all, are mentally weak, and when they hear a man screaming and talking like that, what are these women gonna want? The same thing, even though the reality is telling them they can't have it. So that is a problem. And then you stand up there talking about you do this, you do that. You are a pastor, sir, so you get money from the church, you get money from the community, so stop standing there acting like you don't know there's men out there who can't get fast money like you're getting. You're acting like you don't understand there are men out there working hard for every single dime while you're just passing your collection plate around every Sunday. And you are expecting these young men to come to church and listen to that? A lot of these pastors are pandering to these women. They're telling the women what they want to hear because they know that is the majority of their audience. And most of these pastors aren't checking the women about what they should be doing. And you know why I know that? Because you see so many women running around screaming about how they need a provider and a man should pay bills and the man should do this. But you don't see that same energy when the conversation flips around to what they should be doing. And that right there is one of the reasons men stop coming, especially especially the young men. Because I can imagine being a young man who has his wife and his kids, and I come to church to hear a sermon from you, and that's the garbage that I get, making me feel like I'm less than a man because I can't do what you're doing. Again, this is coming from a man who doesn't have an issue with a man paying the bills, but I have an issue with somebody making it seem like that is the only option available. Times are different, so stop spewing this garbage at people like that is the gospel. And I want to say, I don't have an issue with a man asking a woman what does she do for a living when they first meet, but I do have an issue with a man asking a woman how much money she makes, because to me that gives off user vibes. And that's the same thing for a woman. If a woman asks a man how much money he makes when they first meet, that gives off user vibes. But a man asking a woman what does she do for a living in 2026 with OnlyFans and strippers and all this other crazy stuff these women got going on, I think that's valid. And I want to say this last thing. I noticed when this pastor was speaking, he made it very clear that he has never asked his wife for any money, not one time. But I think it's very funny that he has no issue asking y'all for money all the time. I'm just saying.
What do men spend their money on if they don't have a girlfriend or a family?
Now, I'll let the men put their answers in the comments, but for me, I like to invest in myself. So whatever I'm working on, I put my money in that. But overall, where I spend my money isn't that important to me. What's more important to me is knowing that I'm not spending it or wasting it on somebody who doesn't appreciate or deserve it. But that's just me though. This young married woman just got tested, and I'm giving her an F.
I need you in my life. You got a man?
I do. I'm married.
You sure about that?
Show me the ring.
Of course I'm married.
We can find him a different way.
Hey, I mean, you want to fight for me? And whoever win.
What? I want you more than he wants you.
Get the hell out of here. I like your style.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're matching. I like
Yes.
that. Meant to be, right?
What you doing in here? How are you?
Asking for help. Here to grab your number.
I'm going to give you my Instagram.
Why?
Why give me Instagram? This man is clearly hitting on you, so you know exactly what he wants from you. Why give me an Instagram?
How about that? I'm really married.
I just don't let him see that I'm sliding in your DMs. Am I your type?
You are.
I like that.
You need help checking out?
Who, me? If it means more time with you, hell yeah. You kidding me? I'm gonna give you a hug, baby.
A hug? The hell?
Of course.
You better smell good. And you do. Oh, that's right.
Those meta glasses out here getting people caught up. But I got a question. Let's say the husband sees this video. Nothing ever happened with her and the guy, but he sees the video. Is this a reason to divorce your wife? I'll go first. Like my man Usher said, I'm ready to sign them papers. I would divorce my wife if I saw this video. And the reasoning behind me divorcing her, because number one, it was too easy for you. To me, it looks like you do this all the time. You flirt all the time, and I ain't got time for that. Number two, you had every intention on talking to this guy, seeing this guy, doing something with this guy. Every intention. You gave him a hug, talking about he smelled good. You even told the man that he was your type after telling him you were married. And number three, she's stupid enough to get caught on video. We all know people out there wearing these meta glasses, and now you embarrass this man in front of the world.
Craig. Not just the city, the world.
This to me is just as bad as being caught in the bedroom with the guy. And I know some people would disagree with that statement. And I say that because people go to jail for plotting murders all the time. You don't actually have to do it. Just plotting a murder will send you to prison because it's all about the intent. So I would divorce you for the same reason, because I know exactly what you were trying to do. I don't want a woman with this mindset in my house. Now, this is how she's going to look when you're showing her the video. This is what you're going to get. But those tears mean absolutely nothing. Can people change? Absolutely. But I'm not about to stay around to see if that's going to happen. And for the women out there, let's flip it. If you saw your husband on video flirting with a girl like this at work, nothing ever happened, but is this enough for you to want to leave him? See, one of my biggest problems with what is going on in this video is she's going to claim that nothing was going to happen. I was just messing around. It wasn't serious. But if you understand people the way I understand people, you would know that people lie to themselves all the time. They'll do things like, I'm just going to give him my Instagram, but nothing's going to happen. But deep down, they know something's going to happen. That's why they're giving him the Instagram. It is sad because one thing I don't do is lie to myself. I wouldn't put myself in a situation because I'm going to be honest. If I'm married and this girl is flirting with me hard and I'm attracted to her and I give her my Instagram, it may not pop off today, it may not pop off tomorrow, but if me and her start talking in those DMs and we're just keeping in contact with each other, anything can happen. I'm going to be honest with myself in that moment and say, no, you cannot have my Instagram. I'm not talking about people who use Instagram for business or whatever. I'm talking about normal everyday people. But for me, because I don't lie to myself, I would have never taken her Instagram. And I know there's someone out there thinking, how should you handle a situation like that? Some man is pressing you at work, what would be the correct way to handle that? I would want my wife to be like,
Boy, what the f you want?
and keep it moving. Are you gonna buy something or not? It's that simple. All this going back and forth is not it. But let me know what y'all think about it. Is this a big deal and a reason to get divorced? Or is this not that big of a deal and I'm just making too much of it? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.